everybody, I'm Jacinta Ackerman and welcome to Happy Souls. Have you ever been in a time in your life where you just want to make some changes? Well, I want to bring you people that have started to live life a little bit more wholeheartedly to hopefully inspire on your journey. Now today we're going to talk about sustainability. Today we are interviewing Sarah Elleray, who has this company called Caye Life. Now Caye Life exists because it's sustainable bottles, so no need to buy plastic bottles anymore or get coffee cups. She's got the perfect solution for you. So welcome to Happy Souls. Hello everybody and welcome to Happy Souls. Today we are talking about sustainability with Sarah Elleray, who makes these gorgeous Caye Life coffee cups and water bottles. If you know me, I carry mine with me absolutely everywhere. Sarah, we want to know about you because these are gorgeous.
Thank you.
You started this company how long ago?
So we started about 18 months ago, and so it was probably 12 months in the works before that. But yeah, probably about 18 months.
18 months ago. So what inspired you to start a company? So what tell us about Caye Life. Like, how did it eventuate? Yeah. Why did you choose coffee cups? And it started with water bottles, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yep, and you've just recently expanded to coffee cups. Tell us everything. Tell us all about your story.
All right, so my story, well, the Caye Life story. As you said, we started 18 months ago.
Yep.
My husband and I, we were travelling. We were on Caye Ambergris Island in Belize. Had also been on Caye Caulker Island, so hence the Caye Life. So we were just travelling around.
Oh, I never put that together.
We were just travelling around, and we would go on adventures every day, and every day we were just seeing the destruction plastic was causing these beautiful islands. So, it was coming in everywhere. It was coming in from the ocean. It was locals leaving litter and having nowhere to put their rubbish. The islands were just awash with plastic. So we were, having chats. What could we do about it? Really what we wanted to do at the time, we're like, okay, how can we quit our jobs and come back to Belize and do a year of cleaning up?
And you know what? Fair enough too. Yeah.
So originally we're like, great. So if we work really hard for a year, how do we take a year off, come back, and we'll just clean the islands and, fix everything up and...
Oh, you just wanted to save the world.
Well, we just want to save the islands.
Yeah, really
so obviously we got back and that wasn't going to happen. So we wanted to start a company and essentially, help the plastic problem of the world. So we started a company called Caye Life, which to us means island life because we were on the Cays, which were the islands. And so we started with the most common everyday items that were causing issues, which was the water bottle and the plastic water bottle. And then we've moved into coffee cups. So that might be a Melbourne thing, but also just a sustainability thing in terms of what we're throwing away every day.
Yeah, and it's amazing how much we use plastics. Like, until you become aware of it, in supermarkets, in even health food shops, health food shops are trying to make a difference, but still half of the things in there are made of plastics.
It is. But I mean, it's amazing. We're all very aware of what's going on, which...
Well, some people are.
Some people, but we are all being made much more aware. But again, it's just the really obvious ones, which is good. Everything's a good start, but there's just... Not to be negative, but there is just so much more we could be doing. We've now got all the plastic takeaway containers. So yes, whilst everyone's kind of on board with using a coffee cup and water bottle, that you just then notice everything else that we could be helping and making a change too. So. And
what do you think that people can be doing? Like, if you in a day-to-day trying to diminish plastics or at least minimise plastics wherever possible, what do you think that people can be doing?
I guess without making it overwhelming for everybody. You want to make it easy for everybody. In my day-to-day, what I see and what I notice I was using previously before I was aware of all these issues is, like I just said, the plastic takeaway containers, your plastic forks, your knives. Like, I go get lunch, then perhaps I go back to the office and I could have used cutlery that was already in the office.
But or even bought your own Tupperware or something.
Absolutely. So it's just these little things, And I think some of the major supermarkets, everyone's put a big spotlight on those guys for using, plastic bags. But
it's like, what's the point in it though? Like, even all the fruit and vegetables wrapped in plastic.
Exactly.
Like, you get 3 capsicums that are in this massive thing of plastic. Like, what for?
And then every single other shop you go to. So while Coles and Woolworths have really had the spotlight on them, there's hundreds of thousands of other shops, across the country. Well, just focusing on Australia, across the country that are still using plastic bags. So yeah, look, it's definitely great that we are starting to highlight the issue, but there's just such a long way to go.
Such a long way to go. Like, it's literally in everything.
It is.
So I watched a documentary called A Plastic Ocean. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
And it was, you know, even like the birds, they're eating plastics, and, you know, they're dying from that in our wildlife. And, you know, the fish, they're eating like microplastics, and, you know, it's a horrible. When you see it, it's very hard to unsee it, and it's just horrible, the damage that's being caused, and it's ignorance, basically. People you know, throw things on the ground and don't even think about it.
No, but in some ways, I guess through social media and all these channels where we are all connected, we are all starting to be made more aware. I mean, you would have seen all those photos on Facebook recently where they open up a whale's stomach and it's got a whole, you know, its full contents is plastic. And all the birds, again, you know, you see, again, their stomachs are full of plastic and things that are being disposed of and thrown in the ocean. So, I mean, in some ways, we're living in a good time where we can be made aware of the issue. You know, we're all on social media, we're all able to see what's going on, and, you know, projects like that video are able to share it and get a wide audience to look at it, which is fantastic. It means we are all starting to be made aware, which is great. And I think, you know, slowly, as getting back to the original question about the small changes we can all make, I think we are, our generation at least, are all starting to make those changes.
There's still a lot more that can be done, though. I think it's just.
I mean, you can drill down into everything, like you were saying about microbeads. You know, you can get hand wash, which is just your everyday hand wash, which has microbeads in it. Which
does it?
Yeah. So you've got to check the ingredients unless you're using.
Wow.
You know, natural products and checking the ingredients. Like, so many products you wouldn't even think. You know, I don't want to name brands here, but everyday household items are containing microbeads that are going into the ocean that are harming our wildlife.
They're just going straight down the sink.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So, what are some things that that you do on a regular basis to just cut down the amount of plastics that you use?
Well, obviously I take my water bottle.
Yes. So Caye Life water bottle with you.
Correct. My water bottle and my coffee cup with me everywhere.
And so you just go to cafes and you ask them to fill up your coffee cup?
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're fine with it, huh?
Totally. Never had an issue with it. So, yeah, never come across a cafe that wouldn't like it. So, and I guess what I'm doing, and not trying to be a pain in the butt about it, is just making more people aware. Yes. So, you know, in the workplace, we, you know, set up all different kinds of bins for soft plastic rubbish, hard plastic rubbish. And then, just making people more aware. So making little notes about the cutlery, and guys, don't forget to come back and use our cutlery. That's why we provide it for you.
Yeah.
And want to borrow one of our containers to get your lunch. And then obviously we've got a whole row of Caye Life cups. So please take one of your cups when you're grabbing coffee. So making little changes myself, but obviously trying in a subtle way and in a non-confrontational way to kind of influence.
People don't want it to be in your face.
No, not at all.
No thanks, I'm good.
Not at all. So to softly influence people to kind of make better decisions.
And inspire people by, you know, creating a company and, you know, using these products yourself. And when people see you using them all the time, they're like, oh, what's that?
Well, and that's exactly right. So we've tried to make products that people want to use. People want to carry them around.
Well,
people,
they're beautiful.
Yeah, people want to be seen with them. People, you know, enjoy using them. And, you know, you get to the stage where you won't leave home without it. So, just getting everyone to that place. But it doesn't, you know, in saying that, it doesn't have to be our products. There's so many products out there. And everyone's got a common goal and a common purpose, and I think that's fantastic. So,
and who are some of your favourites for sustainability or ethical products?
Well, some of the other companies that are doing gorgeous products would be Frank Green. They do gorgeous coffee cups as well. There's Oasis bottles. There's
Caye Life.
Yeah. There's plenty. We're not trying to say we're the only company out there. We're the best company out there. We're just trying to make some different products that perhaps people would like to use, and then can perhaps make some changes in their life.
Yeah, beautiful. So you have a daughter.
I do, yes.
And so you're a mother.
Correct.
So you started this business before you were a mum.
Yes, I was pregnant.
You were pregnant at the time and you started the business.
Yes.
So when people see businesses these days, they're like, oh wow, they're thriving. Like, you're doing so well on social media. All your photos are just gorgeous. Let's talk about the actual
the reality
businesses of whole and the reality of life. Because we were just talking about this, like you're a mum and you're still working and then you've still got this business on the side. So take us through all that journey.
Well, I guess the reality is when my husband and I, we started this business, I work in marketing and he works in sales. So we were like, great, this is a perfect combination of our skills. But turns out the majority of this work is neither of our skills. It's mostly logistics and organisation, which, you know, and forecasting and planning. So I guess kind of more on the retail side of things, which we hadn't planned so much for, and accounting, you know, and bookkeeping. So while we thought we had the perfect skill set to marry up together for the business, turns out both of us have just had to retrain and learn new things and teach ourselves a whole lot of new things. So yes, so that's been a juggle.
While pregnant,
yes,
and with a child,
yes. But obviously, doing something for yourself, doing something you're passionate about. I know it's cliche, but it's different. You know, you want to do it. You're excited by what you're doing. You know,
you're making a difference.
You're making a difference, and even now, when customers are buying our product, like I get excited. Like you don't ever lose that feeling. And even Andrew and I were talking about the other night, like. When people make an order, I go, cool, what did they order? Oh yeah, so-and-so ordered this. You know, you get excited for them and you're still excited by it. You know, you love your products and you're pretty confident when people make a purchase that they're going to love them too. So you're excited to get it out to them, and it's just a lot different working for yourself. Yeah.
And so you do that, so you work during the day, but then you come home and then you do this at night time?
Yes, so a bit of everything. So I work part-time 3 days a week in a marketing role, and Andrew works in a sales role. And so we just tag team between the baby, packing orders, doing marketing, doing markets on the weekend, you know, building relationships. We've got a lot of wholesalers now, so, you know, managing those relationships, filling those orders. But we just make it work.
That's amazing.
Just do what you need to do.
And you've done really well too, like the whole journey from it. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Just seeing you grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. And the products, like you've just changed the bottle as well. So it used to like have a different lid.
Thinner, These are kind of shorter and fatter, but just keeping the same style. So all of them have a nice matte rubber finish. We try and do them
really nice.
As high quality as possible. So they're not going to rust, they're not going to dint easy, they're not going to scratch easy. So we've really tried to make as premium product as possible within a reasonable price range.
And that's what we were just talking about. So, you know, without naming names, there are businesses that have brought out similar products, you know, some of the larger companies.
Yeah.
But the quality's not as good. No, they don't use the same, you know, I don't know the technical terms for it, but, you know, the steel, look, what's it made out of?
Food grade stainless steel.
Yeah.
So you can't get high quality stainless steel than that to use.
Yeah, so
whereas some others might use cheaper quality, and I've certainly seen other companies' bottles and cups that have rusted, which not only is that not good for your money and the product, but imagine drinking your health, drinking from the rust as well. So, you know, a lot of tried and tested products by us, and we've made sure we do it right, and we're happy with it.
I have personally had my bottle for almost, maybe 2 years, and I'm obsessed with it. It goes everywhere.
I keep offering you a new bottle.
And it's fallen out of the car heaps of times, and no, it's amazing. They're really, really beautiful bottles.
Thank you.
And you should be really, really proud of the company.
Thanks
now,
so much.
if somebody wanted to build a sustainable company, what is your advice to them? If they're really passionate about making a difference in the world and something, you know, you've had a journey of being somewhere and seeing all the plastics everywhere and seeing the damage that it's doing to the world. Yeah.
Well, I guess this isn't necessarily sustainable business advice as such, but just business advice is what we found is just testing your product and taking on feedback. So whilst sometimes it's tough and hard, particularly at the start, and not everyone's going to love what you do, you just have to accept it, listen, find out how you can make the best products possible and to the highest quality possible, and that will just kind of give you longevity in your business. So making products for, you know, for what people want.
And it's also just not building a company for the sake of making money.
Correct.
It's making sure that you have a why or a purpose behind it.
Correct.
Something that really, really lights you up inside.
Well, or else you're not going to be passionate about it at the end of the day. You're not going to want to come home and put your child to bed and then work on it from 7 p.m. till 11 p.m. at night. You know, you need to have a passion. Or else, what do you have? Yeah, you're just in it for the money. And that will fall short at some point.
And it's not as if you started a business and you were like, okay, yep, website up, all right, we're done. Yep, cool. I've made $1 million here and I can quit my job forever and I can just like live. Yeah. It's not like that, is it?
It's not like that at all. And, you know, the other day I saw someone in the city with our cup, you know, walking through the city with our cup, and I was like, that's so fun. Exactly. Yeah. And that's so cute and fun. And we're not setting out to be the biggest company in Australia. That's not our goal. You know, our goal is to make nice products that people want, and you know, there's an audience that want to buy it. We're not trying to be the biggest and the best. Like, that's just not achievable and not the right reason why to do a business. We just want to make products that people want and people want to have to make a difference.
Yeah, and they're beautiful. They're so beautiful. Like there's so they come in a range of colours. So we have grey, black, blue, pink,
and there's duck egg blue and green, and a few other colours in there. We do, yeah.
Oh my goodness! And so this is that's the 500 ml.
That's right.
And that's the 1 litre.
750
or
ml.
750. Yes. This is the one that I carry everywhere, and I think it's really great when it comes to children now. Like my son was in the supermarket the other day and he's like, I want a bottle of water. And I said, no. I said, no, we've got water in the car. We can wait until we get into the car. He's like, I want a bottle of water. I said, I'm not going to buy you a plastic bottle because it's not good for the environment. And I think with kids, it's, you know, teaching them, you know, if he's going to die of thirst, absolutely I'd buy a plastic bottle. But, you know, it's teaching them as well about, you know, this isn't great for the environment, and even showing them where it goes.
Yeah. But I think everyone's getting, again, way more aware. Like my daycare, like my child's only 1 year old, and they have a sustainability program. So there's a lot of changes being made in schools, primary school, high school. So I think definitely the next generation, generations to come, will be much more aware. Yeah. But obviously then, is it too late?
Our generation?
How much damage have we done? Have we done? And can we all try and help to fix it? Because if everyone tries.
And I hear this all the time from people. They just go, well, what am I? I'm just one person. Like, well, what? I'm not going to make a difference. Like, who cares if I have one coffee cup that's not a sustainable cup? Like, it doesn't matter. But it does.
It does matter. So one person, on average, uses, this is if they're a coffee drinker, 500, if they were to get takeaway cups, 500 cups a year.
500 cups
So if you're just one person drinking coffee for 10, 15 years,
wow.
You know, imagine the difference you could make.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, imagine those 500 cups in the ocean.
For 1 year, yeah. And that's not even your whole coffee drinking life.
Yeah.
That's just for the year.
Wow, that's amazing.
Plus all the other plastics you use, you know.
And yeah, it's everywhere. But, you know, I guess it's exactly what you said before, making choices. Like, I still use Tupperware. Yeah. I don't want to necessarily buy more, but I'm not going to throw it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Just so I can not have any plastics in my house. Yeah. I'm still going to use the Tupperware, but I'm just being more mindful of it. Or even cling wrap, or use like beeswax if possible. Or, you know, just little changes that we can make all the time. And Caye Life, I think they have the knives and forks as well. Yep. You know, that's another little product that people can use. Is there any other pieces of advice that you'd like to give people?
I guess just, you know, once you start becoming aware, I think then a lot of it becomes obvious. You know,
it's like
you start
spiral.
Exactly. So you start thinking about your shampoos, your conditioners, your toothpaste, and whilst alternative products might not be in everyday supermarkets, you can find them. So if you're interested, there's certainly a path you can go down to find all these products, because there's certainly a lot of great companies that are coming out and innovating and doing great new things.
And do you shop predominantly at a supermarket or a health food shop?
Bit of both, bit of both, and farmers markets for food and veggies and fruit.
Do you buy organic or do you buy from the farm?
Look, we definitely try and do as local, and we get local deliveries as well. So, but obviously, you know, if we need something, we need something.
Well, we do. Yes, you've got to live life as well. It's like, you know, you can be more conscious about it. But
we'll bring our own plastic bag. Well, not plastic bag. We'll bring our own bag.
Yeah, good. And that's also something, I mean, obviously when Coles and Woolworths, they came up with this amazing, we're going to stop plastics, and then they pulled it back again and said, sorry, we're not going to do that. You know, I think that was such a great statement that they made. And I see so many people still going into supermarkets not bringing their own bags. And I forget all the time too.
No.
Like I still buy them, but it's just being more conscious. If we're all just that little bit more conscious.
But if you think about, remember 10 years ago you could smoke inside a restaurant.
I know,
and then
or at a nightclub.
Or at a nightclub.
Yeah.
So now you think back and go, look, people have made those changes.
Yeah.
And now to think about a time where you could do that, you could smoke on aeroplanes. I remember people smoking on an aeroplane. So you look back and go, there was a time when those things happened, and it has changed, and now it is weird for that to happen. So we will get to a stage where you haven't bought your stuff, you haven't bought your own bags to the supermarket. Well, that's weird. Don't you want to help the environment? So small changes now will lead to a big impact later on.
And do you know what's really good is just, you know what, if someone needs a little thank you present, or they just need a little Christmas present or New Year's present or whatever it is, these are such a great option for people, because not only are you making a difference in the world and you're helping educate people on sustainability, you're also supporting a company that has the same ethos. Like that's what you want to do, is you want to make a difference in the world. So really great Christmas present for people. Did you like that? I put that in there.
Good plug.
Very good plug.
Yeah.
Well, I love them, and I love Caye Life. It's such a gorgeous product.
You.
I've loved your journey so much.
Thank you.
And is there any more products on the horizon?
There is. So again, we'd love to do some takeaway containers. Love to do some juice cups. So you notice there's not too many solutions out there. If you're going to get a juice or a smoothie, still you're getting served in a lot of plastic containers with a plastic straw. There's not a lot of solutions out there for that. So we'd love to get that out on the market, as well as some lunch boxes. So if you're getting a takeaway salad at lunch, or...
They don't really exist that much, and if they do, they're very expensive.
Yeah, look, I've definitely seen some lunch boxes. We'd obviously love to do a version in our brand, in our look and feel.
I'd love you to do that.
But I haven't seen smoothie cups, or an alternative to those plastic takeaway cups. So that would be the next thing we'd love to deliver. Yes.
I keep on banging on to that. Can you make something that I can put my protein in, please?
Yes, and shake it all about.
Shake it all around.
Definitely more products. But again, there's two of us just going slowly and doing what we can at the minute.
Yeah. Well, Sarah, she's amazing. She's a mum. She also works. And she's started a passion, and she's now got a business, which is these gorgeous, beautiful products. Coffee cups. You know what? Just take your coffee cup to a cafe and say, can you please fill it in this? It's really not that hard. And the cafes don't mind anymore, because they know that you're making a difference. And carrying your water bottle, like rather than going to a petrol station or wherever to buy plastic water bottles, just bring this with you and fill it up before you go. Like have 2 or 3 of them in your car full time, so you actually don't need to purchase any water, because there's so much abundance of water already in our taps.
And they keep your drinks cool, so you can just leave it in the car.
Exactly. You can keep it in the... See, hear that? More of a reason. But I think it's just small changes where everyone makes... If we make a little change every single day, the world's got to be a better place. So you might just be one person, but if we all come together, we can all make a difference. So even that one coffee cup that you buy, just try not to, or just get a Caye Life bottle or a coffee cup, and just bring it over with you. It'll make a difference, and it'll make you feel really good inside. And these are the perfect presents, especially for our parents, because our parents aren't quite on board with our sustainable living. They're still... my mum had a plastic body the other day.
I've given plenty to our parents, and they're kind of still on the shelves whenever I go around. I think they water their plants with them, but that's okay.
I went to a Christmas thing with Axel yesterday, and Mum had a plastic bottle. I was like, Mum, what are you doing? She said, but they're so heavy. And I said, no, they're not. This is a plastic bottle. This is the Caye Life bottle.
It's the water that's heavy.
It's
not the container.
Thing. Yeah. I said, it's the same thing. And she's like, oh, okay. So I know what I'm getting my family for Christmas.
There you go.
Yes.
Perfect.
Well, we adore you. We love your company. We love how much of a difference you're making in this
Thanks
world.
so much. Appreciate it.
And please keep on going and keep on making more and more products, because, we want to see more of you. Give me a hug.
Thanks, love.
Aww. So this is Sarah Elleray. This is Caye Life. If you want to see more stories like this, please subscribe, because we have many more people like this that are making a big difference in the world, and that we'd love to bring you. Bye.
Bye.